Maplestory. Hey guys, it's Seanbot back with a new episode in our free-to-play series. Last episode, we attempted to 22 star our arcane gun with 7 bill only, which was an overly optimistic idea if I was to put it nicely. It was a complete failure. Following that, I'm officially broke. So I was experimenting with ways to make mesos, and as you can see from the thumbnail, I'm exploring the meso making idea of extracting occult cubes in this episode, and I go pretty in depth with how I would go about doing that and how much money you can expect to make. That's all based on Bearer's auction house prices, so for different servers make sure to calculate it with your world's prices. In terms of what I've been up to, I haven't really had much time to edit videos because I've been spending so much time playing this game as well as starting Poke MMO, so I've been pretty busy. I'll try my best to maintain an episode a week and a half, so please bear with me. Anyways, let's begin this episode. And to kickstart the episode, we have black screen footages. Seriously, this is so annoying. Luckily, I figured out that this missing segment is basically my weekly boss footages, selling the intense power crystals and claiming the neo cores, so you guys aren't really missing out on much. But listening to some of the footages were quite hilarious, so here's just a couple. Ah, call an ambulance. But not for me. No, 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 don't split, don't split. Yes, no. I'm using some of the compensation free Monster Park tickets. Take note of my EXP bar after 5 runs. About 25%, not bad. What the hell? 45 mil? Guys, I know this is cheap, but this is almost a crime. What the heck? Wait, what the hell? Oh, actually jokes, it's been selling for around that much. What the heck? It's an arcane weapon and it's selling for 40 mil. Oh well, cop. And again, another arcane gun to my stash of arcane guns here. So I have so many here because I'm going to be using these just in case I boom this in the process of trying to star force this to 22 stars. So I'll probably have to make some mesos soon so that I can do a special episode where I can try and get this to 22 stars. That'll be pretty fun. Do you guys remember this? Let's see which fruits have ripened over the months that we've left it to harvest. So what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to be having a look at all the Marvel investments I made like 2 months ago I think, and see how much the prices for each of these are. So what I'm going to be looking for is mid 300 mil for each of these. Except the hat. The hat, I don't think it's going to be worth anything. But for these guys at least, mid 300 mils. And if they are selling for like that range, I'm going to put them in the market. Because I think this is as far as it could possibly go. Like, there's not going to be many cases where it goes above 400 mil. But with next Marvel and like other events coming up, there might be better opportunities to invest in like better things. So that's why I want to try and get rid of these if I can. So yeah, let's just start searching these up. So Absad Pirate Fedora. Okay, 20 mil. Definitely not ripened. I'll keep this. Archer shoes. I have quite a few archer shoes actually. That's good. Oh, awesome. It's ripened. Okay, I'll put a lot of these in the market. So I'm going to be kind of killing this market right now. Alright, what else? Bandit shoes. Almost 300 mil. Nah. It hasn't really ripened. Ooh, low 300 mil. I think it can ripen a bit more. This can ripen a bit more as well. Definitely not selling this. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna list these up as well. So yeah, it'll be pretty exciting once I sell these and I can start slowly making back the mesos. So from memory, I think I bought each of these at 150 mil each. Like everything from shoes to gloves to capes. So if I'm making 200 mil profit every single one of these, I'm going to be making quite a bit of profit overall. It's time to cube. Hey guys, I'm back with cubing. So what I'm going to be trying to do is try and tier this guy to unique so that I can throw some of the event shop meisters onto this guy and try and get this to legendary, because I want to add this to my stash of meso gears. So yeah, let's try and get this guy up. Ah, thank God. I was starting to get a bit sweaty here, thinking that I wouldn't get a tier up. Phew. I wanted to also tier up or get some dex back here. So if I get 7% dex, I'll stop. Oh, 11% dex. I'll stop. Alright, yeah, I'll just keep the other cubes for more cubing sessions later on. Sounds good. More importantly, I need to get this cursed, stupid secondary weapon up to legendary. It's still unique. Oh my gosh, that session where I threw 10 red cubes, 10 black cubes, I don't know, and like I've thrown like over 50 mices on this guy, still hasn't tiered up yet. So hopefully this is the session. So let's try out our luck here. Oh my gosh. Alright, 1 cube. I believe in that 1 cube. Let's do it. Tier it up. Tier up. Okay, no tier up. Oh well, ladies and gentlemen, this guy is officially cursed. I sold a Swift Rake, so that almost puts me to 1.1 bill. And the next day I sold these shoes. That really puts me to over 1.1 bill. Alright, so yesterday I got the tier up with this guy to unique. So you know what that means. I'm going to try and go for legendary with this guy. So I have 8,000 Neostones right now. And I think from the shop I can buy some event cube Meisters. So I'll hopefully try and tier this guy up. Yeah, let's get on with it. Awesome, so it's this guy. Yep, so I have 100 here. And I also have more. Ooh, I have a lot of Karma Mices. Oh my gosh, this event gives so many Mices. Alright, but anyways, okay, so 100 Meister cubes within the world. So that means you can only do this once per account, like 100 per account, not 100 per character. So I'm just going to buy 20 first. Alright, I have 20 here. Let's do it. Alright, nothing. Alright, I'll do another 20. Another 19 here. Let's do it. Bruh, still no tier ups. Alright, that's 40 Meister cubes. So another 20. Let's do it. Oh my. Alright, 20 more. Oh my. Oh. 78 cubes. Oh. Oh. Alright, 2 cubes. Meso 10 please. Nope, nothing. Oh my gosh. Oh, thank God I got the tier up. Alright, finally I see an extractor in Ardent Mill. So what I'm going to be doing is, with this, I have so many of these rebirth flames stacked up from doing my daily bosses, and extracting these into the rebirth fragments, I will be able to sell these in the auction house for hopefully a lot of profit. So I'll get down to that. So this is how many I have on my Kana, and I'll flick to my Corsair as well, which I've been doing my daily bosses on as well. And boom, this is how many I have on my Corsair. So I have like 3 of these, 450 of these, 1000 of these, and 100 of these. So I'll transfer them all to my Kana and then we'll start extracting. How exciting. That's all good. I thought this was the extractor for flames, but I think it was the other one. Is a stupid, like if you look at it, it says the item cannot be extracted. I thought it was this one, but I think it's a scroll extractor that I need. I just had a thought, but if I try and extract my occult cubes, what do I get out of this? I've never actually tried to make mesos like this, so I'm curious. Okay, so I get 14 of these cube fragments, so that means you get more than the amount of occult cubes that you put in. So I put in 10 occult cubes and I got more than 10 cube shards out, right? So if we just look at the auction house and flick through the prices, cube fragments currently go for 66k mesos, or like between 66k to 70k, so around there. And occult cubes are below that. They're 62k or lower. And even if I buy all these 62k ones and extract them all, I will be guaranteed to make profit on top of that, because you're guaranteed to have more than the amount of occult cubes you put in, right? So remember when I put in 10 occult cubes, I got in 14 of the shards. So if I put in 2,600 of these, I'll get more than that, right? So I see an opportunity here where I can just buy all these, extract all these, and then sell to the auction house. So first, what I'll do is I'll just extract all the remaining occult cubes I have in my inventory, and then I'll see how much I can sell it for first. I see an opportunity, and I think according to my calculation, this should make sense. So I have about 8,500 of these, which means my total costs here with 1,000 mesos per extraction is going to be 8.5 mil, which isn't really much in the grand scheme of things, to be honest. So I'll ignore the cost. But the easiest way you can extract these, you can drag these one by one, like with the ardent mill lag, like being really tedious. But the easiest way you can extract these is just simply right click these. So that's a really nice thing about extraction. You can just right click all these. Oh, see, another 14. And yeah, I guess I'll just be a robot today, just doing this all day long. Alright, so it's been 15 minutes, so let's see how many of these cube fragments I made from 1,000 of the occult cubes. So I haven't actually looked at this number either. So with 980 occult cubes, I've made 1,514 cube fragments. Okay, in 15 minutes. So what's that? Okay, assuming that occult cubes cost the same as cube fragments, that's 1,514 minus 980, which is 534. And since cube fragments go for 60k each, or 62k, 62,000. If I multiply that by 62,000, I've made 33.1 mil in 15 minutes, which means if you extrapolate that, you times it by 4, that's an hourly rate of 132 mil per hour. 132 mil per hour. That's actually not too bad. Like, it was getting very, very like dry and slavery that I was thinking about just sacking this, but but yeah, it's definitely not the most interesting way of making mesos. Okay, there's something clearly wrong with this, so I might resume this another time or another day because I'm literally being stuck on this for like the past 10 minutes. So yeah, I'll just resume this later. But you can see how much profit I can make potentially with this. So this is not a bad way of making mesos either. Actually, looking at the price history, what I see is that this was sold for 70k, 73k, like a few days ago. So today's the 7th, and this was sold 3 days ago for 73k. And if you look back even further, 300k, 200k, 250k. Oh my gosh. I might actually think again then, because okay, so if you think about cube fragments are needed to make Masu and Meso cubes, which is something that everyone wants to do later on. And because of that, we call cube fragments very liquid. They sell very quickly in the auction house, and there's a constant supply and demand for these. So what will happen is that at some point, all of these will probably sell out. Like, I see all these. I mean, these are probably, actually, I'm not even sure, but okay, these two are definitely listed by the same person, but there just seems to be a lot of people putting these up right now. But if I list this for 100k, I guarantee that it will sell out within a month, just because, you know, these could all sell out within hours, because cube fragments are really needed for making cubes. So yeah, I think the play here is to list them all up for, I'll list it for like 100. Okay, I'm going to list it for something ridiculous, like 130k. If it doesn't sell, it's okay. Like, I'm just keeping it there anyways. But if it sells, I'll be making even more profit on top of that. So yeah, this is like my thoughts on listing up prices for cube fragments. Since they're very liquid, it's probably better to list this for something higher, unless you desperately need the mesos right now, which, you know, I'm not really in the biggest rush. So I think it's okay if I list this up for a lot higher than the unit price right now. I bought some juniper flower oils while they were cheap today. I'll show you what I'm going to use them for in the next episode, so stay tuned for that. And the weekly maple tour mesos as well, so that puts me to 1.8 bill. Alright, anyways, back to this. Let's keep going. Just a lot of extraction. I'll skip to the more interesting scene here. Alright, the last 100 of these occult cubes. Holy crap. I went through like 8k, 9k today. Just like, so when I had time, I was just like clicking this all day long. It's not too bad. It's just like right clicking. It just feels like slave labor, but yeah, like, you know, I was watching shows while just right clicking this. I was listening to people in meetings while also clicking this. And yeah, it's just very relaxing. Just like talking to some of my friends in lockdown while clicking this. But going through all 8k, 9k took about 3 to 4 hours. I'm not even sure because I spaced this out during the day. So it wasn't really where I just like sat down for 3-4 hours straight. It was more so, you know, I just did this in like half-an-hour blocks throughout my whole day. So this is what slavery feels like. What's really awesome is that, okay, so I had to change channels because the guy who had this extractor for 99 mesos before, I think he logged off. So I had to go back to channel 1 for another extractor. And what's nice is that there's now a scroll extractor, which means all these rebirth flames that I took from my course there yesterday, guess who has to extract all that? Me. But anyways, let's look at how many cube fragments I have. So, you know, that was like 8,900 cube fragments. So how many? Tell us. Oh, 12.7k, right? 9,000 plus 3,773. Okay, so 12.7k. That's not too bad. That's quite a bit, actually. That means on average, you get 1.5 of these cube fragments from each of the occult cubes. If they're the same price, then that means you're making profit, right? Now that this guy's done, let's go into this. Alright, so it's going to be another, like, I don't even know how many hours of extracting this is going to be. I think it's a lot less because here I have, like, what, 4,000? A bit under 4,000 of these rebirth flames. Before, I went through 8,000 and it took, like, 3-4 hours. So, at max, it would only take 2 hours to go through all this. But, again, I'll probably be weaving in my dailies while doing this as well. So, I'll come back to you guys after I get through all this. No, while I was gone doing my commercy runs, the extractor dude disappeared. He took his extractor with him. No. But yeah, I extracted over 2,000 of these level 110 rebirth flames, but I didn't get around to doing anything else. But currently I'm sitting on 3,600 rebirth fragments, although I think I had 500 rebirth fragments already in my inventory before that. So that means I got around 3,000 rebirth fragments from 2,000 of these. So that's not too bad either. So yeah, let's have a look about listing these into the auction house now. Alright, so cube fragments went down in price. The reason being that, remember yesterday it was 62,000? It's because of these guys. These guys have so many listed at 62,000. So currently in the market, it's not a good time to sell these. What I would really ideally want is when these guys all sell out, like they'll just randomly be a huge buyer buying heaps of these in bulk. So my opportunity will come when all of these will sell out before other people list up the cube fragments. So what I'll do is I'm going to list up these for probably 100k each. I think there'll be a time where it will hit 100k just from supply and demand, because these have so much demand that it's never really certain what price it will stabilize at. It's like the same kind of thing as junipers. So that's my take on cube fragments. And now on the rebirth fragments, whoa, these went down in price quite a lot. Because I think these were, if you just look at the market price, yeah, these were like 200k for a bit. And they went down all the way to 150k. Same kind of argument. Oh, what the heck? A month ago it was only 100k as well. In that case, for this one, I might actually list it as maybe like 100. Wait, how many of these? Okay, there's 2,000 of these at 150k. Maybe I'll list it as like 160k, and if it sells, it sells. If it doesn't, then I'll just keep it there. So that's my play for this. I'll leave it as 160k because there is a chance that it can go back down to 100k, which is not going to be good at all. But yeah, if you look at the historical prices for Q fragments, they've always been at a low of 60k. So I don't actually lose anything by listing it as like 100k, because the lowest it's going to go to is 60k anyways, right? Which is the current market price. So I might as well try and look for this kind of opportunity where it goes up to like 90, 100, 80k, around there. Actually, yeah, realistically, I'll put these up for 80k. I think that's the right play. 80 or 70k? No, 80k. But 100k is pretty unlikely, I feel, especially right now. It's not going to go to 100k for a while. Whoa, this guy sold 1,000 of these for 100k. This guy sold 100. Wait, this guy sold 1,000 for 200k. Bruh. Nah, I'm going to greed out. I'm going to list these up for 100k. These guys inspired me. So as I said, I listed up the Q fragments for 100k each and the rebirth fragments for 170k each. So hopefully they will sell out sometime. To be continued. Alright, that's the end of this episode. Hope you enjoyed. In the future episodes, you'll see how much profit I made off this. Yes, I did end up selling all of those. As I mentioned, this isn't a terribly bad way of making mesos, it's just really slow and requires a lot of patience. It's really low effort, so if you need to be focused on something else, you could consider doing this in the background. Although I only explored one way of making mesos in this episode, I encourage all of you to think of new innovative ways to make mesos, because remember, that will be the way you get rich. Anyways, thank you all for watching and hope to see you guys in the next episode. Thanks!